Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world we're in. This is another scene for Unmask Orlando, the vampire venue. And for the first time since the venue began, we are actually going not into the sewers because Orlando doesn't have sewers. Because sinkholes are a thing. Instead, we are going to the home of the Nosferatu primogen, Vincent Lucchesi, where he has called a clan meeting and invited some new faces to the city. And I will let you guys go one by one and do your intros. Starting with Amelia.
Oh, fuck, always me.
That's because you're always on the fucking left of my screen. Shut up.
Yes. Well, Amelia will be arriving with her buddy Sam. She's dressed punkily like a punk, like torn jeans, leather jacket, like a band t-shirt, full of scars.
Keep in mind, this is
And,
the home of the primogen, thus you will need to be in obfuscate when you first arrive. You will either need to
oh
be
yeah.
masked or under normal
Well,
obfuscate.
fine, I will be at first with mask, but as soon as I arrive in, I'm gonna drop the mask because I don't like that shit. And also, there's a cold breeze surrounding Amelia while she's walking in.
This man answers the door, and
Sam is currently obfuscated.
he is in his mask. He is always in his mask.
Sam is obfuscated, but he assumes that Tyrone will see him and he will tip his hat in a manner of gesture, standing behind Amelia.
He does see through it. That
Oh yeah, I
is
figured he
one
did.
thing he is quite capable of.
That's why Sam tipped his hat and said, hey.
He does give a nod and allows them in. And they are led to a table where this man is sitting.
In mask or out of mask?
In mask for the moment. There are a wide variety of foods laid out on the table, as well as glasses of wine. Also glasses of blood for those that cannot partake. And up next is Paul's character, who's probably already here.
Probably. So he'll already be sitting there.
Yes, he is sitting at Vincent's side. Because that's his
He-
little protege.
He grabs a blood and swirls around and looks at Vincent and says, "Is this kosher?"
He raises an eyebrow. Always.
Okay. I have prey exclusion, rich people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Vincent is a rather picky eater himself, so.
Be right back.
Okay. And up next is Maui.
Yep, there is a very tiny pile of cloaks, jackets, topped off with a Stetson hat, approaching the door and ringing the bell.
Tyrone answers the door with a little quirk of his eyebrow.
Hello, I was told to be here.
Oh, there's someone in there. Oh, he nods and steps aside and lets you in.
She will enter.
And she will be
Fedora
led
will.
to the same table where the others are.
Cool. Fedora comes off. She does have an obfuscated face. I'm trying to find the picture of the, like, how she would look like when she's obfuscated. I cannot find it yet. I will find it soon because I already know the picture that I have in mind. But yeah, a blonde, beautiful female shows itself underneath the obfuscate layer. You can see Maui as you see her on the screen, and she'll smile at everyone, and with a voice that is very much not like a Nosferatu. It is. She has specialty golden voice, so it's, and then she has a merit enchanting voice. So she's really a very, very beautiful voice. She will introduce herself to the group. Says, "Hello, my name is Maui. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. I have just arrived here."
You're not the only one, my dear. Most of our clan was, well, destroyed during the taking of the city, but there are still several of us, mostly young. But these two, he points out, Sam and Amelia, are also new to the city.
It is a
Good
pleasure to
evening.
make your acquaintance.
Pleasure all mine. I'm Amelia. Amelia Ross. Within the clan, you can call me Wraith.
Of course.
Vincent would stand and extend a hand.
Yeah. Maui will take the hand. She has extremely long fingers.
It doesn't appear to be something that bothers him too much.
I
Vincent
can't imagine.
Lucchesi, Primogen of Clan Nosferatu.
It is an honor, sir. I am Maui. If you want to, within the clan, you can call me Marianne. She actually seems to almost taste the name as if it's something that she has not been has not been using for like a long time.
Whichever you prefer.
I have no real preference.
He nods and moves to take his seat once more. You have all arrived at a opportune time.
Do tell.
We have only just 2 evenings ago now dealt with probably the biggest threat facing this city in the Red Lister.
Ah, shame. I missed it. Just missed it.
No, no,
Apologies,
Sam.
sir. I would have been here to help out a bit more. That would have sounded like it was a lot of fun, but I was a bit late in my travels. Sorry.
Well, from what we have been informed, there is a Sabbat presence in the city, and I believe that our experience in dealing with the Sabbat may be beneficial to you, Primogen.
Indeed, though it seems that the Red Lister was making gargoyles.
I take it they are still on the loose then.
That they are. Anyone who wants can roll me a knowledge, kindred, and/or vampire lore, whatever you have on your sheet, because I don't fucking know what I put on half of your sheets. Some of you I put
I
fucking
think
vampire
it's
lore. Some of you I put kindred lore. whatever I put on your sheet.
Yeah, 1 sec.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
going to be difficulty
Actually,
8.
you haven't actually put any on mine?
Oh, did Evan... Whatever Evan
I
gave
think
you...
it's
Okay, I'll look it
3
up.
for Ancilla, right?
Yes.
3 vampire and 2 clan.
No. Opposite. 3 clan, 2 kindred.
2 hits.
It is diff 8.
I'm pretty sure there was 3 in my shade. Oh well, same thing. Doesn't matter. Uh, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Diff 8, not diff 7.
Oops.
I know you hate this, Shayna, but if you notice, it's greater than 7.
Oh, that's really fucking annoying.
I got an 8 and a
Okay.
9, so
Okay.
Oops.
So,
Okay, I fucked this up, so I only have 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shayna,
I mixed
Yes,
up with
dear.
him.
I'm gonna be really annoying. On my previous sheets, it didn't say any clan lore. It just said vampire lore, and it did say 3 on mine. So, do you
You know
want me
what?
to go with your 3 clan to vampire? Because I'm fine with that.
Whichever you prefer. If you want to stick with what Evan gave you, or if you would prefer to swap over to the clan
I
and...
would prefer to swap over to the clan.
Okay.
So, int vampire lore. So that would be 6 dice for me. I am in a dice roller. I hope I'm in the right
You
one.
are in the right one.
Yay. Wow, that's a really great
Oof.
roll.
that was nasty. All those ones.
oof. Oof.
That is payback for earlier when you got all those 10s.
Right?
Oofta. Okay. So the only one who hit my threshold was Sam.
How many successes did you need?
2.
Oh.
Sam knows that gargoyles, the original ones, were made using 3 specific clans, including the Nosferatu.
Hmm.
It's kind of an obscure fact.
These gargoyles that Marcus made, I assumed, did he take some of ours, or do we know who he used?
No, my guess would be the Zamitsi,
Hmm.
as they had a pretty decent presence out where the Chantry is, I suppose. So I say was, but still there.
Have we lost ground?
No, if anything, we gained it while Marcus had the Chantry.
Hmm. Tell me, sir, what are these rumors I've been hearing about this so-called Jack the Ripper?
Stop bringing in fucking mage plot. No. Very few people know about the mage plot.
No, this isn't even the actual Jack. This is just rumors. But if he wouldn't know, then he won't know, so I'll just wreck on it.
No, there are very few people who know about that bit of plot.
Heh.
In fact, it's pretty much only the people that were in the room at the time when that happened.
You're right, I'm sorry, I haven't put up the other news clipping, my bad. I've got it right here and I didn't put it up, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Tell me, sir, what are some of the rumors floating around?
Right now we've got more problems than we do most cities. The Sabat, we had to deal with the Red Lister. They're apparently lupines. I am at the point of. He just kind of pinches the bridge of his nose.
Indeed, I often hear Orlando is quite a cesspool for the supernatural.
Indeed. You'll
Are there
notice
any?
that Tyrone hasn't really moved off of the wall. He is just kind of standing there quietly.
But we like cesspools, so we should be thriving here.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that, brother.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm Dominic. I'm not new to the city.
Sam Baragon. Wasn't
Amelia
Nosferatu from
Ross.
Chicago?
Yeah, we only just arrived.
I tracked Sabat pack movements for the Camarilla during the. Are we calling it a war? He looks over to Vincent. Is it a war? Military action?
I
Skirmish?
mean, it's kind of a war. We're still dealing with it. We've lost a lot of
Conflict.
people to it.
Believe me, I've been in wars. This is more of a an expedition or a conflict, so to speak.
Come talk to me when you lose 2 childer to it.
Sam looks a bit pained at that, and he says, "Only one, sir. Haven't lost 2 yet. Well,
Lost both of them.
actually, I have lost 2. So we're in the same boat."
You still got me.
Yeah. You still got you.
Got to look at the upside sometimes.
He
But
will swirl one of the glasses of wine around and take a drink. But there is the matter of our now, I suppose, former alliance with the Toreador.
oh dear, what happened?
Maui already starts shifting a little uncomfortably.
Their primogen attempted to declare praxis during the failing of the Tremere, and he was staked by his own clan.
Hmm.
Do they not have another primogen?
They do now. She's hardly the ally that Theodius was.
Doesn't like us very much, huh?
Our values don't see eye to eye.
Oh boy.
I may have a slight issue with that plan on a personal level.
He gives her a curious look.
Let's just say we're fishing in the same pond rather often, and one of them is not too happy with me. A individual called Salieri.
Hmm. Well,
You see
is that
Salieri.
individual here?
No, not that I know of. And yes, it is the Salieri.
The composer Salieri?
Indeed.
Dang.
I didn't know
Well,
he was embraced.
Well, I guess you have high. Oh fuck! What's the word? Oh god.
I
High
am hoping on your.
profile. Yeah, high profile enemies.
I know. I thought I had high profile enemies.
I am hoping on your discretion in this matter. I
of
feel
course.
comfortable with the clan knowing this, but I would not feel comfortable outside of clan.
Of course.
Yeah.
And what is said in here does not leave these walls.
Copy that. We got each other's backs.
Indeed.
How we
We're,
survive.
we're Nosferatu. We're family.
Exactly.
Always and always and always.
And
Hey,
besides,
let's rock.
Salieri had really silly music.
Yeah.
I can assure you, when I was in school, I thought otherwise.
His ghoul, my.
Dang. If you don't mind me asking, what'd you do?
It was not me who did anything. I just ran into my sire,
Hmm.
or he ran into me, and
Ah,
well, the rest is history, as they say. The opera building of Paris has been smoldering because of it.
Wait, when?
Oh,
When?
Quite some time ago, I can assure you.
that was you?
Mm.
Um, it was early 19th century.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. When I was in Chicago doing all the old text writs, I came across that. I was a little bit disturbed, considering as how it was just before my cousin wanted to go see some music there, so to speak.
I used to be called Christine at that point.
He goes to like drink, and then he's like, "Really?
Vincent kind of his eyes go wide.
She's sitting there, just kind of, hands in her lap, messing with
You
her
can't
own
read my
finger.
face. You can't read my face because it's blank as heck. But I am thoroughly impressed."
As am I.
Wait a minute. Christine from the Phantom of the Opera, Christine?
Indeed.
My.
We have celebrity.
No, really.
Cheers.
See, that's interesting because I spent some time in that opera house back in the day, and the guy who wrote the novel actually came across me in one of my masks. So I thought the Phantom of the Opera was written about me.
Mhm. Whatever you do, don't sit in row 3, aisle A.
Well, unless you are my sire, which I don't know, are you?
No.
Then there you go.
As Sam takes another swig, you can see that he has a giant. At least if weapons are allowed. If not, he'll hand it over. A,
Tyrone would have taken any weapons.
he will gladly hand it to Tyrone at the door, but Tyrone will have grabbed a giant Tornado 5 50 caliber revolver, and also
Which
for
in
whatever reason,
Tyrone's hand seems almost small.
yeah, and then it's a couple knives and whatnot. But I have to scram here at OOC. But the last thing Sam will do before I have to leave is he'll kind of sit down and he'll talk a little bit about, and then he wants to ask. He'll say, "There's well, there's one thing I do know. I have a couple allies here. One of them's in the gangrel sector. We okay with the gangrel here? There's no hateful feelings here or there."
Their primogen is a little progressive, but
Well, I can.
There is no ill will.
Okay, good. As long as we're not on everyone's bad terms, I can start getting some people together, and we can start doing what we do best. We took out quite a bit of Sabat out there in Chicago when they did that coup. Remember that? Did you hear about that?
I heard about
That
that.
was that was nasty. Oh, hundreds of them. But I contact my buddy Jason over in the Gangrel. Me, Amelia, and Jason, a few others. We can start taking out some Sabat if it's allowed in the city. But one last question I wanted to ask you before I go back to my next beer here. Tell me, sir, my Lord Primogen. The last few weeks, has there been any? This sounds like an odd question, sir, but has there been anything a bit strange going on? Maybe something that can't be
Define
explained?
strange.
Well, in
We're
Chicago, we had a
we're
little bit of an
kindred.
incident. In Chicago, we had an incident. It was strange to even us kindred. Any people maybe killed in odd ways? Names popping up on the news about very theatrical killings? More so than usual, shall we say?
We've had several murders in the area, mostly, I would assume, mortals, and there have been several ghouls killed,
Hmm.
including one of the prince's own ghouls.
Whoa. Just takes another sip, kind of leans back, and he gives a nod to the Primogen. And then I must bounce.
Sorry, guys. ST is very sick today, so.
Yeah. So if I may ask, what is the current situation with our clan? What what do we need done? How can I help us out?
We got a lot
I
of
have very
fledglings and
specific.
neonates that lost their sires during the battles.
I have very specific skills. I can help both with
If any of you could take
application.
on, well, training
I can offer
roles for
mentorship.
these fledglings and neonates, it would be helpful. I've been doing the
What
best I
would you
can,
require?
but
Would you require combat training or
yes, I
other
can handle
skills?
the political and
Yeah, political things are not my ballpark. Let's say
that's quite alright.
I can mentor in hand-to-hand combat, a little bit in firearms.
They much
Well,
more
if you
need the
need,
hand-to-hand firearms than I've been training most of them politically for some time now, so.
yeah, politically I can't help anyone, but I can help with new technology,
Good, good.
computers. I do have some influence within the ShredNet. They have already started the upgrade of the network, so if there are neonates that are showing potential in that area, I can certainly help them as well.
We
Ah,
do
fellow
have
hacker.
one that is promising. I will send him to the two of you for that.
To hear.
As I am woefully underskilled in that department.
We are anonymous, says the man wearing the Guy Fawkes mask.
But yes, he will hand out fresh glasses to everyone.
I'm afraid when it comes to the training of kindred, I am. Unless they want to pursue a musical career, not very capable. I am, like you, more versed in the skills of politics than the skills of combat.
Well, we could always use more people skilled in the political realm. After all, these young ones severely lack etiquette.
I might be able to assist somewhat into that. If they have any interest in languages or perhaps some disciplines that I might be useful in.
Ooh,
Good, good.
languages. What languages do you know?
Only a few. German is my native language. I speak English, French, and Italian.
Ah,
Classical languages.
naturally. Um, would you be interested in teaching me Italian?
Of course. I have no problem with that.
Stairs in Mentor.
You're a very busy man.
Well, the only languages that I could teach are programming ones. I don't think many people would be interested.
All of that goes well over my head.
I speak English, French, Spanish, Chinese, Arabic, Russian, and Japanese.
Very impressive.
If you want to learn any of those, we can trade language for language.
Hmm. Interesting proposal, but at the same time, I heard that you are a combat trainer as well. And as I said, I have been woefully lacking in that particular area.
I know some stuff.
And if you could teach me how to fire one of those guns, I would be more than happy to teach you Italian.
Sure. I first learned to fire a gun in Japan, in China, actually.
A very well traveled man you are.
I always made it back to Paris, which is my home.
I have mostly traveled around Europe, but
Ah,
it's
3 Europeans.
I'm French.
Italian.
Oh, I know that.
I
Yes, but
am from
she
Austria.
didn't. I know
I
you
guess I'm
knew
the only.
that.
So I'm the only homegrown American around here, huh?
Uh, too old to be American.
Same.
Unless, of course, you are someone like the lovely Primogen Lake Runner.
That's. I'm not even gonna get into that. I grew up and was embraced during the French Revolution.
Oh, I see.
When it was fun to be alive.
I got changed around, well, you know. But
Yes, I believe we know when you were embraced.
I'm a little older as that. I was a ghoul for quite some time.
Well, it depends, because the novel Phantom of the Opera was written in 19 oh something,
Indeed.
and then the musical was made in 1986. So you could be one of the two of those.
I am an Ancilla.
As am I, a fairly young one. That I was embraced a bit before the First World War. I was good at code cracking.
By the time the First World War rolled around, I was already. Ugh, rather not think about it.
Yeah. Those some fun times. I got sick of all that nonsense after the second one. That's when I came to America. Europe is too hostile.
It was.
Music, though.
Ugh. Ignore the fact that the ST is dying.
No, not IST. No.
I should probably call this because I'm losing my voice. So,
Yes,
Oh,
you should.
then you definitely
Yeah.
should.
so it's, we will end it on the note that they will drink and chit chat on into the evening. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been Unseen for Unmask Orlando. See you next time.